Welcome to Trousdale Place. This was the home of Governor William Trousdale. His father was a Revolutionary soldier, and Gallatin is built on his land, 42.5 acres of his 640-acre land grant. And this house, of course, wasn't built until 1814. Governor Trousdale is in the portrait over the piano. His wife is in the picture over here. And they bought the house in 1836. When they came here, they just had 2 bedrooms. The bedroom for the girls over the parlor, and one of their bedroom over the dining room, and then they built a wing for the boys and the old uncles who lived with them. Governor Trousdale was an attorney and very interested in military, and so he was called the War Horse of Sumner County because he was served in the War of 1812, the First Seminole and Second Seminole Wars, the Mexican War of 1846 to 48, and was mad because he didn't go to the Civil War, but he sent 2 sons. We're in the dining room at Trousdale Place, and I call this the Hall of Governors. At the top is Governor William Hall. He succeeded Sam Houston as governor when he was run out of the state in 1829. This is Governor William Bowen Camel. He defeated Governor Trousdale for the governor's race. So I guess you're surprised to see that picture in this house. But anyway, he was born at the Bowen Camel House at Goodlettsville. He was the last Whig governor of Tennessee, and Fort Campbell, Kentucky is named after him. And his nephew, John Henry Bowen, built this house. The mantels that you might notice in the house are painted black, and there are many tales about that, but they said they started doing that when George Washington died, and they did it in respect to him, in mourning. The table is set for 2. The general here, his wife there. She was closest to the door that went out to the kitchen. And you just look at the table. The silver was made, custom made. You took your coins to the silversmith and they melted them and made the silver. And you see the cranberry finger bowls and the cups without handles. They poured the coffee in the saucer and drank out of the saucer. And the cups are sitting in little glass plates called cup plates. This is our museum in the upper hall, and this is the dress that Mrs. Trousdale wore to his inauguration, 1851, and his suit. And Andrew Jackson Jr. furnished the carriage for them to ride to Gallatin to Nashville. In this case, we have many documents and books and things, but the land grant to this property is at this end, right down here with the seal. That's the most important thing in the room. The instrument behind me over there is a melodeon. It's a reeded instrument rather than a strung instrument like the piano, you know. It's from the same time period, 1850s. I'm now standing in the governor's bedroom and his wife. And this is a half-tester bed that was used, we have one in the other bedroom too, but they used to have hooks around the top where they put mosquito netting because they raised the windows, and they did close the blinds and get the air in here, but the bugs also came in, especially mosquitoes. So in the summertime they had the mosquito netting around the bed, and sometimes in the wintertime they put curtains to keep the warmth in the bed. Furniture, most of this furniture in this room belonged to the Trousdale's granddaughter, who built a house called Langley Hall out here that was torn down several years ago. And most of these bedrooms had more than one bed in them. We have another double bed over here, but they slept, the younger children, with the parents. And there might have been another bed, there might have been 3 in here because this was just a 2-bedroom house with the older kids and the uncles in the annex out here. You're now standing in the girls' bedroom. His daughters were reared in this room. And then the only son that stayed at home was Julius Augustus Trousdale. He married Annie Berry over here behind me. They had 1 child, Mary, and she died young, died when she got back from finishing school in New York. The bed in this room belonged to Annie's brother and his wife. They got it for a bridal present in 1880 at Hendersonville, Horatio Berry and Nanny Smith Berry.